Hello everybody, my name is Brink and welcome to another episode of Resonant Rise. Now, I haven't recorded on this server for a while, and that's because the server was down, or the server node. I don't know the technicality behind what was going on, but none of us could access the server for a while, and we can now. It was reset or changed to a different node, and now we can access and go ahead and continue to play here. So we're ready to record again. Now, what I'd like to do today is set up a tower over here, and this will be where our portal entrance will be from other places. The portal will be moved into the tower. It'll be a small tower. Compared to this one, it'll be smaller, maybe half the size of that, and it'll go somewhere around here. So I'll have to change this biome also, the same way that I changed some of the patchwork that I did here. You know, now that I look at this, I may have to clean this up a little bit more and make sure that all of these leaves get covered by the biome that I wish. You know, I didn't think about this. I wonder if I can use the painter on top of the tree, since it's a block on top of the biome, and it'll affect the biome below it. Because when I do paint the biome below it, it does change the tree. So I wonder if it's reversible also. We'll find that out at another time, because I'm going to do that off camera and we'll give it a test. Anyway, the tower should go here, and what I want is an entrance that looks magnificent. We'll come in through here. You can start seeing the city as it comes into view, and then it'll have some short stairway, because it'll be about this height, somewhere around here, and then a short stairway that will head up. And then we'll redesign this entrance a little bit. It'll be grand as it is now, but a little bit more ornate, more decorative, if you will. And so then it'll go here, maybe some more designs on the floor, because it's looking a little bit plain. So we'll add a little bit more here and there. And yeah, so our tower will be there. Doesn't it look great, guys? It's kind of bluish green with the browns and the greens. It looks all really, really nice. I like it. Well, anyway, so let's get started. Now, what I want to do is I want to sort of do it in an order that will make sense, because what I'm thinking is to ramp up, to put a ramp here, and it'll have to be up a little bit high from the ground. So I'm thinking of a triangle shape, sort of like that, and then it'll be a natural flow, because if I just go like a square like that, it'll look unnatural. There's ways to hide it with bushes and with lakes and ponds and stuff like that, but I'd rather make it look a little bit, even the slightest bit, more natural. So I'm going to slope on both sides of that ramp. And in order to make it as believable as possible, I think I better make sure that this ramp height isn't too high, because then the grade in which it goes down will be kind of steep and unnatural. But if we go low, then the angle becomes more natural. Sort of like we cut off the little mound that goes across here. So that's what I'm planning to do. The way I'm going to do it, I was thinking, as I was away from my computer, I may be able to, I believe in my quarry bag, I have some fillers. And we can use the filler in one of the designs that it has. Now, wait a second, do we have markers? Yes, we do. Wow, we have too many markers. We'll need a lever, and we have some power here. That's great. We have an ender chest. Yes, I used that ender chest to fill in some of the patch holes that needed dirt, and so it's still marked with the right colors. So that'll be cool. So what I'm thinking is the ramp, or the stairs that go upward here, will have to be as wide as this. So why don't we just pick some numbers and do something like this, where the filler will be here, the marker will be there. We'll need to lever it out. Where did the lever go? Oh, I put it back again. Okay, so we'll put the lever down here, and that'll mark off our lines for us. So, you know what? Yeah, the square will be first. Then we'll do the ramps after. So let's place it here, the same as it is here. Yes, it goes against this wall here. So that looks pretty even. Now we have to designate the height. And so, like I said, I don't want it to go right up flush with this level. I want it to be a little bit lower because I do want stairs. The idea behind putting stairs into the entrance makes sense for me. I would like to use stairs. We'll put a marker maybe somewhere here. And so we'll stop there. I think that's a good height there. So this will be a square block. We'll need to mark off the other end. I guess we can go as far as we want. I don't have an axe with me. I could tear this down just as easy with my fist. And it seems to have turned out just right under that tree. So that'll work. Okay. So yeah, we'll go this far. I may have to go even further because I do want to clear these leaves. So I'm thinking the tower may go here. So going up to there as far as it can go is not a problem. I can extend out. Really, I think I can do this a lot easier with a creative wand, if that was your idea in mind, by just making the shape that I want, filling it all in, and then creative wand it all the way backwards, but I'd have to fill my inventory with a lot of dirt as I go back. I don't want to leave it hollow. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it should be hollow. I think it should be filled in. So, yeah, that'll be fine like that. So, all the markers are in. We're ready for the filler. I think we can go ahead and place the filler. No, actually, let's set the dirt first. We'll need an ender chest. Color marked for dirt, and I think it's this one. Let's take a quick look. It should be all brown. It isn't, as this one is. I may have changed the colors on them. Okay, that's ME colors. I do need to change it, so I don't have any other ender chest. This is all white, it looks like. So let's get the browns. Got plenty of browns I can do. Yeah, and we'll mark off the last two for savings. That'll work. Now one of them will have an export bus. That's ender pearls. We will mark off one of these. Let's just put it right here for now. With an export of... We'll need a sampling of what we're going to put there. We need dirt. And it'll be this one, not the weird metadata one. Very good. Oh, we need ME class cable. Alright. Very good. So this will go here. Ender chest down. I'm sorry, export bus down. And we'll put some accelerator cards with some dirt in there, and that should fill it up pretty fast. Let's put that one in there and that one. Alright, so that's all cool. And that'll be filling for us more than we need. Let's put this away. The brown. We'll need this. We need power. I'll just borrow one of these maybe, or the Tesseract. Let's go with the Tesseract, yeah. It's more reliable power this way. We know that all of the power will be provided as much as it needs. So, facing the right direction does matter in this. Since this is a square and all the markers are set for a rectangle, a rectangle is what I meant, not the square. We don't have to worry about the direction that is going. But in the next shape that we'll be doing after the rectangle, we will need to be more precise about orientation. So, you know, before I place this, I think we're supposed to do this. Right click it, and then we place it. And I think that's correct. I'll just pick up my markers, because they're mine. Good. Alright, so I guess we're ready for the ender chest. That'll supply all its needs. Oh, goes down like that. We'll need to set the shape, and it's set for fill. Yeah, cylinder, clear, box. I guess it's fill. I think it's fill. Alright, very good. I don't think that needs an item conduit. I think it can feed directly like that. We will soon find out. Nothing yet. Energy receive and go. So there's no result. That means this probably needs an item conduit. Let's go get one real quick. And we'll get a fast one. Like this one. It should be okay. Oop. Went up the elevator again. I do that a lot. This is the front of the house, so we'll go here. And here. Alright. Alright, so export without redstone signal. And import. Insert, I mean. There we go. So that is set. Let's take a very careful look at what it's doing. Sometimes it does this. It appears to go in a random location. But as I've noticed, if you continue to supply what it needs, it will eventually fill in all these gaps. I'm not sure. I can't explain why it does this. I'm not sure I know the answer to this. But as you can see, the bottoms are being filled, as well as the innards. So we'll give this some time. I'll bring you right back. I gotta say, this was about, no joke, about 10-15 minutes to finish. And it is finally done. Okay. So I did notice that everything inside is filled. We can take a look real quick with our super tartarite shovel of epicosity. And we'll see that this is all filled here. I wonder where this light is coming from. Oh, probably from the... Oh, check that out. Is this the light? It is. Apparently the dirt can't build on top of this light for some reason. That is interesting. We will need our wand to fix that. Let's grab a wand of a builder's wand, and some more dirt. Just to fill that in. Okay. Get rid of that and fill it in like this. This is the fast way to do it. And we need to do the down and then the across. We don't have one of those. How about that? Very good. Okay, I'm going to go inside real quick to sleep, and we're going to connect this, get rid of these blocks, and then I'll bring you right back. Okay, I used the Super Builder's one instead because it covers more area, but it's down and it's fine. Now what I want to do is fill in this area with a ramp that goes up to that as straight as possible. My problem is I didn't consider this curve here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and build it back here wherever it needs to go, and let it fill in all of this dirt area here on top of these bricks. And then in the end it'll still match with this, and then we'll figure out what to do with that later. What I need to do is to count how many blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks high. That'll tell us how far we need to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks across. And we'll place a marker here. Now realizing that we do have to go back a bit. So that's as far back as we need to go. We'll put the filler on this side here. And we'll figure this out. I'm not sure. This is one of the features of Buildcraft that's awesome, but not a lot of people use, so you don't see a lot of instruction on how to use it. But I want to use this one, either the stairs or the pyramid. I'm thinking it's the stairs that I need, and we can change the direction of which way we want the stairs to go, whether left or right, by doing that. So we'll get rid of it. It doesn't go there, it goes over here, but we need to place our markers first. So what I'm going to do is, I guess we'll take a block real quick here. We need a block for marking. And we need to tell it how high to go. And it's 6, so that would be it. with a marker on it. And now it should ramp up this way, but we need to tell it where to stop. Now I'm thinking I need to remove this, and this is part of what I meant by instruction on how to use this. I don't know where the marker should go, whether against the wall or inside the wall. But we'll try it inside the wall the way we have it here. And we'll give it a couple of blocks just to see how it works, see if it does do the shape that we need. And I guess we'll find out. Now we need to get rid of this lever and mark it off, and there it goes. Now here's the big question. Will it do the right direction where I need it? We're going this way. Let's see, we're going against this wall here, facing that way. And so, yep, the markers are there. We'll grab that marker also. And so let's see, am I forgetting something? Let's put the under chest down first. Item conduit first. Oops, went too far. This is kind of iffy for me because I'm kind of worried that we're going to place a lot of blocks before we find out and then have to tear down a whole lot. So extract, insert. There we are. And now we're going to feed it some power. We do have to give it the direction first. So we're doing the, was it the stairs? Stairs upward. Let's see if that works. Cross your fingers. It's tearing down some of the brickwork. Okay, so that's not bad, but that doesn't tell us whether we have the right direction or not yet. You see, that's what I'm afraid of. It's going to do a lot of work, and if it turns out to make the stairs this way, like that, then I'm going to have to tear it down. It's going to be a lot of work. So we'll find out, I guess, after this platform is built. Strange, now it's building it layer by layer. It wasn't building it like that before when it did this. Okay, that's a good sign. I believe we did it the right way because it... Well, we'll find out when it gets to here, but I don't believe that it would have built one here. Oh, unless it's building like that. We still don't know. I guess we gotta wait for the third platform to find out. Let's give it some time here. And hopefully it'll work. Now for the other side, if that works, what I'll do without even testing or worrying, I'll just put the filler on that side and reverse the direction this way. If this works this way perfectly. It worked. We got the right thing. It would have filled it in by now. So this is working just fine. Hopefully we got the right height. And let's see, we can sort of check it here. The next one will be on top of this one. And then the next one will be here. So yeah, perfect. All right. So, okay, I'll bring you back once I get the filler set up on that side. You know, I have this sneaking suspicion I didn't set it up right. Because I came into this question, did I put it inside the ramp before on the other side? I don't remember. I really don't remember. And did I measure the height up to the ramp, up to the top of the ramp, or was it one block lower? I'm thinking it's one block lower. So the markers were removed because I placed the filler and we're ready to start. I'm just kind of worried that this is gonna fail big time. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It seems like that's where it should go. But you know, if it doesn't work out and I did measure it incorrectly or placed it, calibrated it incorrectly, what I'll do is set it up by hand. I got a super powerful Tartarite shovel, which can excavate any mistakes. And I see a mistake already. I think this is making the stairs side this way. So, yeah. Let's see. No, we still don't know. Because it's, yeah, we do know. Oh, wait a second. I know what's wrong. I didn't set the shape. Yeah, I didn't set the shape. Okay. So this we can fix. We can fix this. Not to worry. We can fix this. Alright, so let's place the markers again. And the lever again. Here. We'll need to get in there. And this one has got to be replaced again. Now, if I were to run this quarry right now the way it is, it would tear up all this dirt, which I'm not sure I want to do. Because any of the mistake parts will leave. So, in other words, I've done it for nothing if I do it that way. So, I'm not going to do it like that. I'm going to mark it, and that is marked. Okay, so now what we can do, I'm going to, let's see, shall I leave it? Let's just tear out a little bit of the row, because I need to see if it does place a second level here. That'll tell me if I said it right. Alright, I'll get rid of this, and now we can sort of check to see what happens. The filler, we'll need to get rid of this no power until I've set the shape. The shape I want is a stairs of the same direction. Okay. And we got our markers. Oops. There. Extract. Insert. And now we're ready for the power. Let's see what happens. Oh boy. Cross your fingers. So it's tearing some stuff out. I guess it'll do all the tearing out first. As you can see, these are red cubes, not the brown dirt ones. So when we start seeing the brown is when we start noticing whether we're doing it the right direction. I'm going to bring you back once we have a clear idea of what's going to go on. I don't know. This doesn't look too good. Doesn't look too promising. It looks like it's already doing... Yeah, it's doing it wrong. Okay. I'm going to place the filler on this side and then do the same. Be right back. Alright guys, my shovel tore it down like a boss. We are ready to start placing it down, and we'll see how it goes. Now I did place it this way, so I think it's correct. We just need to set it for stairs and upward direction, I believe. You know, now that I think about it, maybe we were doing it right, but I had to do downward stairs. Maybe that would have worked. I don't know. Like I said, I need more documentation on this to really know how this works. Extract and insert. And now we'll place the power. Alright guys, here we go. This is set for stairs, as we can see from the outside design there. We'll take a look. It's tearing something apart. Oh boy. I'm not sure about this, guys. I don't believe it should have torn anything down. Unless it's making the high side this way, but it's got to build it. Maybe that's why. Well, we'll find out as soon as the second tier is done. Let's give it a second. Okay, it looks like the second tier is being built on this side, so I don't trust it. I don't think I'm doing it correctly. I'm going to go ahead and say it's not. And I'm going to cut it down, and we're going to do it by hand. Okay, here we go. We're ready to start. I'm going to place my chest here, and this is where I'll grab my dirt from. I'll just fill up my items now. My inventory, that is. And we'll fill in all the areas here. Now what I want to do is, let's see, we built off of here. So we're going to build off of this one here. And we want it not hollow. So we're going to go and fill in every part of it. And this should be easy, I believe. Let's just go back. Alright, all done. We have some areas here that need to be filled. Alright, we need to break out of here. I'm going to take my shovel here. And we'll break out here. Okay. So, let's see. Alright, that's done. Now we need to go back all the way back here. And that's done. That should be good. We're going to break away some of this when we figure out what we're doing. Then I'll do that. We can do this and fill this in manually. Doesn't recognize the grass there. But this is filling in nicely. It's going to be all green here. And I think that's all good. We'll just need to finish this off a little bit. And we'll stop there until we are ready to figure out the tower design. I guess that'll be the next episode. Okay guys, this took a little bit of work, but we are done. And now we will set the lights to be above so that this will be illuminated. We'll get some lampposts up also. And then we'll design the tower for next episode. I'm going to call it here and say thanks for watching, guys. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. And I'll catch you all next time.